What is going on, guys? It is your boy Tropical NHL back here today for a brand new YouTube video. Today we're going to talk still about the Montreal Canadiens, but we're going to look forward into the 2023 NHL entry draft that's going to happen next summer, and we're going to look at one prospect in particular. But before getting into the video, I wanted to invite you guys to go follow my Twitter at Tropical Chill, because I've been tweeting a lot, but there's absolutely no interaction whatsoever on my tweets. So if you guys want to interact with me, please go follow my Twitter at Tropical Chill. So today I'm here to talk about the guy who's projected to go third overall in the next NHL entry draft behind Connor Bedard and Matev Michkov. Yes, I'm talking about the prodigy who's been playing for the Chicago Steel in the USHL, Adam Fantilli. And yeah, Adam Fantilli being born October 12th, 2004 was like a month and a half away from being eligible to get drafted in the 2022 NHL entry draft in Montreal. And I'm particularly 100% certain that if he would have been eligible to get drafted in that draft, he would have went first overall to the Montreal Canadiens. That's to tell how good the guy is and how good he will be next summer. And he stated last week in an interview that it would be an honor to get drafted by the Canadiens in the next draft. He said that the Canadiens are a team you want to play for and that they have a great future. So Adam Fantilli would be down to get drafted by the Canadiens next summer if they get a high pick. And looking at the top three, I mean, the top three is composed of three guys that for me are better than all the guys in the first round last draft, even better than Uri Sofkovsky and Shane Wright. All three of them are first overall picks. So to get a top three pick in that draft is pretty huge. You basically get a franchise player if you get a top three pick in that draft. Fantilli, Mishkov, and Bedard are just insane players. They have a huge future in the National Hockey League. And man, look at those stats in the USHL last season for Fantilli. He got 74 points, 37 goals, 37 assists in 54 games. That's absolutely ridiculous. The guy has everything he needs to be a high draft pick and a really good player in the National Hockey League. The guy is 6'2" at 17, 191 pounds, and he's only gonna get bigger. So he's gonna be big, fast, strong, have hands, have skills. He can score goals, he can get assists. So this guy is gonna be really, but really nice to follow this year. I wouldn't even be surprised if he gets higher in the rankings of the draft. He really could, in my opinion. This guy is my favorite prospect out of the draft, even before Connor Bedard, even before Mishkov, and I think that he could pass those guys in the projected rankings. I think that Fantilli could easily go top two or even first overall if he plays the way he's been playing his entire life this season. And for Montreal to get a guy like that, I would be really hyped because he's the player you want to have on your team. He has the personality, he has everything to succeed in Montreal. And man, I'm a big fan of Fantilli, man. I'm a really, really big fan of Fantilli. If you ask me who I want to draft, I think that Connor Bedard for now is a lock at number one, but I would rather have Fantilli than Mishkov in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, and Fantilli could even be ahead of Bedard at the end of the season, depending on how both players play. But man, Fantilli, man, I'm a really, really huge fan of him. And if we get a top three pick, we basically can pick one of those players. And to think about it, it's kind of crazy. So Joel Edmondson, if you're injured, stay home, man. Stay home. We want to tank for Fantilli, Bedard, or Mishkov. That's how things are. So yeah, I think if we finish in the two last teams of the NHL, we're kind of guaranteed to get a top three pick. So that would be really interesting to see. Getting a guy like that, a franchise player on the team, would accelerate the rebuild. I think that three of those players have better potential than Uri Sofkovsky. Sofkovsky's good, don't get me wrong, but those guys will be all 100-point player in the NHL. Sofkovsky will be like a point per game guy in his prime. So let me know what you guys all think about this. I can't believe that the guy was a month and a half away from getting drafted in Montreal, and I can't believe that he wants to be drafted by Montreal. So yeah, I'll see y'all later today for another video. It's been your boy Tropical NHL. Have a nice rest of your day. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all tonight. Bye bye.